Good morning. I hope you're all having a good start to the day. We seem to be doing well here. Um, I saw a little bit more white poop after that stress event. Of course, it's my two smallest fish that are affected, so I've dropped them into quarantine, and they're currently being treated. We're gonna nip that in the butt before it turns into a problem. Their immune systems got reduced from the stress, and then that's how it happens. Something gets in. I know fish keepers are prone to thinking my tank is clean, and no matter how hard you work and keep your tank clean, the truth of the matter is there's crap in there. There's always crap in there. There's always parasites and there's always bacteria. And when you're dealing with fish like discus, okay, as soon as an event happens, like what happened to me this week, they get stressed out, their immune systems drop, and their defenses fall. And then whatever it is in your tank that is always there, no matter how hard you try, it's always there, will get into your weaker fish. And that's what's happened to me right now. My two smallest fish are now experiencing on and off. They're having a white poop, then they're having normal poop. So they're in there, and we'll give them a treatment, a 48-hour treatment with the medicine that I have. It should only take 48 hours, and then we'll have them back in the main tank, and they should be fine. But what I really want to talk about is related to what I just said, but at the same time, I'm watching all the other discus channels on YouTube, and I'm seeing over and over again, channel after channel, people who have an hatred of the concept of using UV. And when you're running fish like discus, who are notoriously sensitive to pretty much everything possible, I just don't know why people are so adverse to running UV. Constantly I'm seeing channels every 2 months, they treat their fish with medication, they get them better, they get them healthy again, and then they probably run out of their meds, and they probably have enough meds to last a month or a month and a half, and then a few weeks after, I'm guessing they've run out of their meds or they've stopped using them because they think everything's okay, all the problems they were having come right back. And these people, these individuals, are constantly asking, what am I doing wrong? Why is this happening to me? I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. And then I pop in a comment and I say, what you need to do is run UV. Your fish have milky fins, like milk white fins, they're not clear. You're getting white spots on their tails. It's not ick, it's bacteria. That's what the problem is. And so when you see milky tails and white spots on your tails that are not ick, that's because you have a bacteria problem in your water. And then they blame everything else under the sun. They blame their food, they blame beef heart, they blame this, they blame that. I pop comments down and I say, look bud, what you need is UV. And then they're like, oh, you might need UV, but I don't need UV. No, I'm better than that. UV's for amateurs, Okay, so I'm an amateur, but my fish have clear fins. They don't get sick every 2 weeks or 3 weeks without medication. And I've got excellent growth rates. Like most of my fish are several months old, the younger ones. And it's just, it's obvious. And what does UV do? It strips the bacteria out of your water. So these individuals are dealing with the same problem over and over again because they're too pompous and stubborn to do what they need to do. They would rather spend $60 a month on meds instead of $60 on a UV unit that will stop them from buying meds. So it's just, it's time to swallow your pride, people, okay? Your fish are constantly sick because you need UV. It's not a sin. It doesn't mean you're a bad fish keeper. A good fish keeper does what he needs to do. And if you're going to keep a fish like discus, you better be ready to do what you need to do. If you've been keeping discus for 2 years or more, and you're constantly dealing with these problems, and you're ignoring all of the suggestions from people who are doing it successfully, and I don't think I'm a pro, but clearly UV matters. You can watch my videos from before I had UV, milky tails, white spots on my tails, thin fish, eating problems, I had fish die. Okay, that's all gone now because I'm using ample UV, not enough UV. Each one of these units handles 80 gallons, my tank's 90 gallons, my sump's 30 gallons. I put 2 of them in, I have 160 gallons of UV. Water stays crystal clear, tails stay crystal clear, fins stay clear, immune systems stay strong, and I rarely need to use medication. Rarely. I mean, unless I have an event like I had last week that lowers immune systems and lets something in. So if there's bacteria in the water and their immune systems are constantly fighting the bacteria, well, of course your fish are going to get skinny because the energy is not going to growing. They're going to continue to weaken, and there's always something in your water that will get in. Always. So run UV, kill like almost all of what's in the water that can hurt them, and reduce the odds of infection, increase the overall health of your fish because their immune systems are doing very well, so their growth rates are doing very well, and they just won't get sick. That's how it works. So you can either keep beating on your dead horse, and you can keep sitting there and telling yourself you know what you're doing, okay, but you don't. And your fish look horrible, and you're punishing them because basically you're stubborn. Period. You're too stubborn to do what you need to do, and your fish are suffering. And I'm sorry, but grow up. And that's all I have to say to that. And I'm sorry it sounds like a little bit of a rant, but I'm seeing it over and over and over again. And please let me know in the comments, why are so many people adverse to using UV like they're committing a sin? It just does not make sense. More so if you're keeping discus. If you're keeping discus and you think you're better than UV, you're a fool. That's what you are. You're a fool.